Welcome to the show with Joe. I'm Joe. Do you remember Rainn Wilson? You might know him as Dwight from The Office. Well, if you look below here, you can see that he's gone weird. And I feel like not enough people are talking about this. Rainn Wilson, Baha'i Tom Cruise, spiritually saved my life. Live long? Rainn Wilson is bringing spirituality to the everyday with his Soul Boom book, Young Pueblo and the Revolution Within. Rainn Wilson, Soul Boom. BJ Novak outsmarts Rainn again, Soul Boom. Finding God Within explores consciousness, Soul Boom. How to stay positive online, Soul Boom. Internet's toxic culture. Best argument for God? Atheist plays devil's advocate for God's existence. Okay, well, first I heard about this was on Club Random, of all places, with with our pal Bill Maher. And you would say, like, okay, it's Bill Maher, like, whatever, right? But Bill Maher is an interesting combination on his podcast called Club Random, where he's equally weird, horny, combative, and all-out aggressive to his guests. And let's just see how he talks to poor old Dwight Schrute from Rainn Wilson IRL. And so this is his setup. So it's in his basement. He's a big drinker, and he gets mad if people don't drink, things like that. But basically, Rainn Wilson tries to come on here and talk about Soul Boom. And I haven't seen this since it came out like 2 years ago. But listen to Dwight try to talk about his book to Bill Maher. Because Bill Maher, one thing about Bill Maher is he wants the answers. He wants to hear where people are coming from. But it's normally so he can absolutely destroy them, which is, I want to like the guy a lot, where he's like super cool and chill and mellow, and he's like the guy in like a 50s like patio scene, 70s like furniture style in his house, drinking a wine in a robe while everyone's partying by the pool, you know. That's like his vibe. Then the other side of him is like, what the fuck are you talking about? And sometimes it goes off the edge. So let's just hear what he has to say.
You know, I think part of the problem is, and it's something I address in my book. We don't have to talk about.
No. We're here. I'm so
We're
sorry.
promoting things.
I wasn't gonna forget it. Although
it's got lots of God stuff in it. You're gonna hate this book, Bill. I'm so glad you did.
Soul Boom. I eat it for breakfast. Why we need a spiritual revolution? Well, I am gonna crack this. I'm actually be very interested to read this. Wow. You really spent some time on this.
I did. I spent 3 years
writing
writing
you filled up all these blank pages.
Yes.
Is that because of that night with the pot? And the God face?
No, it really isn't. It was a long, many years of search, and it came from a lot of personal pain and struggle and turmoil.
I gotta say, just like as you're listening to this, just like I know if you haven't seen this before and you have seen The Office, you're equally disappointed that Dwight isn't like Dwight in the show.
Where I really went on a kind of a spiritual quest in my 20s, where I was trying to figure out why the fuck I was so unhappy and
What's
conflicted.
the most painful thing that ever happened to you?
Rhett, you sound like my therapist.
You have a therapist?
I've had a therapist for 21 years.
Isn't that proof it's not working?
No, I'm doing great.
It's
That's exactly what I mean. That's exactly what I mean with Bill Maher.
amazing.
Hold on a second. Hold on a second.
Like,
Eat your words. I am happy, content.
Really?
In a rich, fulfilling marriage.
Oh, great.
I'm doing
Okay, watch Rainn Wilson get defensive here. Real defensive.
incredible creative projects. I've got my life on track and a rich, deep perspective that he, for 50 minutes a week for 20 years at great expense, sorry, Hollywood, he has helped me on this path.
Okay.
So it's absolutely worth the money.
Okay, so
I have a New York
First of
Times
all-
best-selling book.
We had a chair slide, and now he's restating his accomplishments with his book. Nervous energy, hardcore.
Book. I have a
Right. I
successful
heard that
show
book
on Peacock.
Oh, yeah.
And
We're going to plug that
do you need
too.
a cough drop?
No.
Do you need a Heimlich?
Honey, I brought back enough tomatoes to last us a whole month.
Good boy. Now sign this divorce paper. My daughter is remarrying someone who doesn't smell like dirt.
I spent all my savings on this spaceship. How could you treat me like this? I will build a powerful fleet and make all of you my servants.
Start with a modest, small starship. Wander the
AI ads are getting insane. We're going to watch this.
endless interstellar ruins. Salvage wreckage to upgrade core modules and strengthen hull armor. Equip ecological circulation systems to sustain deep space survival. Rise from nothing. Build your cosmic fleet. Sail across the starry sky and conquer the entire galaxy.
What the fuck was that? Okay, back to this. Sorry.
Do you need a hand job?
No. Well, keep talking. No, I like where this is going. Free, right? No.
So God.
But wait. Go back. I want to
Okay.
get to the peacock in a minute, so don't forget that. But the thing you were saying, it's first of all nice to hear you here. Nice to hear someone, and especially you, say how much you actually appreciate and am enjoying your life, because a lot of people are not happy like that.
Yeah.
But my question to you is, are you saying to me that you wouldn't be in this happy state if it wasn't for the therapist?
I don't know. I can't say that. But I do know that this guy I've been working with is really brilliant and has helped me. Actually, a lot of my family members have seen him as well. And it's been a great guide. And also, in addition to therapy, and this is going to blow your mind, you're going to love this. I'm such a Hollywood elitist. He does hypnosis. I do hypnosis.
Therapists are not just for completely crazy people anymore. Is there any truth to that? Because when I hear therapists, I think, oh, you're nuts. So you have to go to this doctor to fix
Well,
it.
I am nuts, and I've had a
But we
lot
all
of
are.
struggles, and I've had a lot of, I've had a lot of really dark times. You asked me what the darkest time
Yeah,
is.
what's
I'm
the-
not going
what's
to
the bad-
get really specific.
What's the bad shit, man?
So here's Bill Maher asking Rainn Wilson about the bad times that caused him to get a therapist, that caused him to go on the spiritual revelation, and let's see what Rainn says in Bill's response.
Well, I'm not gonna go completely there, but I will say that
Did someone
I
touch-
had many sleepless nights, with addiction issues and suicidal ideation and anxiety attacks that would render me shaking on the floor.
Okay. So if you're having a normal conversation, those are pretty straightforward answers. They're pretty general, right? Now let's see if Bill digs into that at all.
And
I'm guessing this
depressive
is all
episodes.
before The Office.
This was all before The Office. Although
Right.
I had some bad times during The Office too.
I bet you not as bad.
Not as bad.
Right, because I feel like I went through the same thing, which was, when I was a failing loser, life sucked and I felt sucky about it.
No.
And then when I was doing better and
That's not
success,
true.
no,
That's absolutely
Success
not true.
came your
I
way.
I was not a failing loser. I was a
was.
struggling actor. And
well,
I
that's
was,
a failing loser. And then you became
Wait a second.
a
Struggling
giant,
actor is not failing loser. I was getting acting work. I was living in New York. I was a theater
Come on,
actor.
show business is a hit or miss league, babe. Hit or miss. You know what? If you
It was very nice a minute ago. Like a minute ago, he was like, "Oh, so what was your problems? Tell me." Now he's over here combating with him, calling him babe.
make or miss. I'm sorry, that's the term the NBA uses. It's a make or miss league, show business. If you are, you want to call it working or starting or. If you're not,
What about this?
if you're not doing well, if you're not
Hold on a
riding
second.
high, you're riding low. There's no middle in show
What about
business.
being an artist? What about, because that's how I viewed myself.
Oh, well.
I was a theater artist. I went to theater school and I was a theater artist and I was making plays about the human condition.
Yeah, but you really wanted to be on a hit show.
I didn't. I swear I didn't. Eventually I was like, fuck, I'd love to pay off these student loans. I better get some TV gigs. Of course. I didn't have aspirations for stardom at all. I've looked this weird, ungainly.
But that's why you're happy. Is because your life, you chose a look.
No, it's it's not circumstantial, dude.
Who would know better, me or you?
I'll let the audience decide. Put it in your YouTube comments.
Who would know better about you? Come on, me or you?
Bill would know better.
Okay, but I just think maybe you're not.
When I was in the office, I spent several years really mostly unhappy because it wasn't enough. And this is what I'm looking at now, and I'm realizing now, like, I'm on a hit show, Emmy nominated every year, making lots of money working with like Steve Carell and Jenna Fisher and John Krasinski and these amazing writers and incredible directors like Paul Feig. I'm on one of the great TV shows. People love it.
Right.
Let's go a little deeper here.
Climate anxiety and political division and disunity and
kids don't care about that shit. They pretend they do. They don't give a shit about the climate. They want to be on Kylie Jenner's private plane.
Hold on a second.
They want to own that plane. They do not give a shit about.
Bill, when you have a podcast, you need to ask your guests some questions and let them talk every once in a fucking while.
Oh shit.
Talked quite a bit, and this is not a kind of a podcast where I ask anybody questions. I don't. Is that how you conduct your personal?
Who said that life was where you go on a podcast and they ask you questions?
Yeah, that's.
Bill has a huge point here. You're on his podcast, bro. Whatever.
Life is going on a podcast and you got to fight to get a word in edgewise.
You don't have to fight. You haven't fought all night. You've had plenty of time to talk, and you have plenty of time now to talk. But this podcast is not like those other podcasts, which is why it's doing better.
It is
because it's actually interesting, and it's actually what I would really be doing with you, who I don't know.
I love it. My son woke up one morning. I'm not kidding. He was 18 years old. I came in to the kitchen, and he was really distraught. His head was in his hands. I was like, Walter, what's going on? And this is an absolutely true story. He goes, I just can't fucking believe it. And I was like, what? He goes, the Biden administration approved this pipeline in Alaska. Like, they just signed a Green New Deal a few months earlier, and now they've okayed this gas pipeline and no one cares about
God, can you imagine his kids?
it. And it's not even in the news. Like, don't they even care about my generation? He was distraught. He was really seriously upset about it.
Okay, he's the son of you. He's a kid who lives in LA. He's in this kind of world, this what the middle of the country would call the elitist coastal types, you know. So I understand. I don't think he's wrong. I think it's great that there are kids like that, and there are kids like that. It's probably 15, 20% of the kids. It's not most of the kids in the country. And trust me, I bet you if he was, give him a few years, he might be the kind of person who actually would fly on a private jet or would love to own one.
Well, to calm him down.
Have you ever flown on a private jet?
I took him in my Tesla down to get a.
Okay.
Same thing, and I think you would have just.
I was a little more self-conscious because there's cameras rolling, and I'm like, I'm on Bill Maher's show, and when is he gonna jump me ideologically? But I agree 100%, and I love that you didn't even ask, and you don't need to ask about my new show on Peacock streaming service.
I told you
called
you
Rainn
had
Wilson and the Geography of Bliss.
I have plugs too. See, I told
streaming
you.
now on Peacock, where I travel the world looking for happiness, because I, unlike Bill, believe that happiness, well-being, satisfaction, and wholeness is possible and achievable and is something we can strive for.
I think my question for Dwight would be, how do you know when you're there? Since you already have fame, fortune, family, what else do you need?
Peacock, you're not subscribing. Turn that around, America. Subscribe to the old Peacock. Watch Office reruns, which old Bill here loves. And check out the new Rainn Wilson streaming show. Bill, what do you got? You're playing, Chuckles Comedy Casino and Bismarck, North Carolina on April 22nd with Fluffy is opening. What do you got? What do you got?
Okay, but I did warn you I was going to forget.
I know.
You did a great job.
The producers warned me. It's like, Bill is going to forget to plug. Whatever you got, you've got to do it yourself.
But the Peacock show is on already?
Yeah, it's now. It's just out for a week and a half, yeah.
Okay.
The Geography of Bliss.
So you're going around the world.
Yeah.
Like, where's a place that's blissful?
Iceland, kinda.
Oh yeah, that is a reputation for that for sure.
Of course, it has a really high suicide rate and like one of the largest percentages of people on antidepressants. So you got to weigh it. But there's a lot of happiness and bliss to be found there.
It's fucking cold.
It is.
Well, I will not be in Iceland. I'll August 19th to be at.
All right, so yeah, that's Rainn Wilson on Club Random. He's a little sassy boy. If you want to know what else he's got, Rainn Wilson has other books called Soul Boom Workbook, which came out in 2025. Soul Boom, the original, which came out that year that he was on Bill Maher. He has Wild and Precious, a celebration of Mary Oliver, who's a poet. The King, the Bassoon King, and Soul Pancake, Chew on Life, Life's Big Questions. I want to see what this is real fast. The Bassoon King is a 2015 memoir by actor Rainn Wilson, known for playing Dwight on The Office, that chronicles his journey from nerdy bassoon-playing youth to successful actor, exploring themes of art, faith, specifically the Baha'i faith, and comedy. Let's just take a look at this, huh? Because this seems to be what Soul Boom is all about. Let's see if there's any criticisms or if it's a cult or something. Let's see the beliefs. So Dwight believes that the spiritual unity of all humankind, teaching that there is one God and that all major world religions represent successive stages in single progressive divine revelation. The three cores, the oneness of God. There is one singular, unknowable, and all-powerful creator. God is known by different names across cultures. Oneness of religion. All major world religions come from the same divine source. Religious history is seen as progressive revelation. Oneness in humanity. All humans belong to a single diverse human family. Prejudices of all kinds, racism, are strictly rejected. Core teachings. Oh boy. Core teachings, gender equality, independent investigation of truth, harmony of science and religion, universal education. Personal practices. So what does he do every day? He prays daily, reads the scripture, can't consume alcohol and non-prescribed mind-altering substances, but prescribed ones are fine according to this religion. The fast, 19-day fast each year, abstaining from food and drink from sunrise to sunset. No clergy. The religion has no priests or clergy. Communities are guided by elected administrative councils. All right, just a weird offshoot of whatever. Let's go to Wikipedia, see if there's any controversies. Backbiting and gossiping are prohibited. Drinking and selling alcohol is forbidden. Is permitted between husband and wife. Political is forbidden. Begging is forbidden. Marriage, work, place of worship, calendar, symbols. United Nations, persecution, Iran doesn't like him, Egypt doesn't like him, Ottoman doesn't like him. Okay, so whatever, it's a religion. All right, well, anyways, Rainn got weird. That's what I got. Gosh, okay.